everybody. I'm here with Ken Jones of Northeastern Rescue Vehicles. Would you like to tell us a little bit about your company and what you guys do?
Our dealership is located in Syracuse, New York, and we sell 4 major brands of ambulance. We sell Braun, Demers, Road Rescue, and Wheel Coach. And we cover all of New York State, Long Island, and Vermont. We have 3 service vehicles available that come to your facility to fix anything on any of the trucks. Chassis-wise, they go back to the chassis dealer, but we maintain anything in the box area. Oh, I've been involved in EMS for years. I started back in the 70s. I went to work in the Schenectady Sheriff's Department in 1973 for $8,500 a year, and I went to work part-time for Mohawk Ambulance to supplement my pay. And in doing that, I became very involved in the EMS industry, where I later threw my back out through EMS, and I had to quit for a couple of years. Then I went back and volunteered for Rotterdam Ambulance, and then I was the captain and CEO for White Eagle Ambulance in Rotterdam for 9 years. And I converted it from volunteer to volunteer paid. And then when I was working at Mohawk was also a ambulance dealer for Yankee Coach, which was made in Palmer, Massachusetts. And I used to run trucks back and forth between Schenectady and Massachusetts for our salesmen. And I knew the owner real well, and he became the McCoy Miller factory store after he sold Yankee Coach. And McCoy Miller fired the salesman in the Capital District, so Keith Walker called me up and asked me if I wanted to sell ambulances. And I said, not really. And he said, get in the car with Mary and get over here. And I wound up coming back home that day with a McCoy Miller demo, and that was 20-some years ago, 1995, 96, somewhere like that. And I've been doing it ever since.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So what can you tell us about this ambulance here, which ironically is
Bolton Landings.
Yeah, and which is local to
Bolton
us.
EMS, yeah. Mm-hmm. This is the Braun Chief XL, and it's a 169-inch box. Has the Easy Glide door, side door. This truck is pretty well laid out. They spec'd it out themselves, and they put it on the Chevy G4500 chassis with the gas engine, because that's all of it that's available now. And hopefully we will get this delivered right after the show, so I can see some money. Yeah, right. Thanks.
Sounds good. All right. Thanks, Ken, for joining us.
Yes, thanks for having me.
See you guys next time.
All right.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Wait, I'm sorry. Is this an assessment show?
No, you're just interviewing.
Okay, all right. I didn't know because I didn't know what I was going to say. Okay, I'm ready. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hi, I'm Brittany.
Ready?
Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Action! I'm on this. I got this. You ready? You didn't seem ready.
I'm ready.
Action.
Hi guys, Brittany here. I'm with Brian and Aiden. They're with LifeNet, and they're here to tell us a little bit about what they do. So how long have you guys been involved with LifeNet? And what are your positions?
I'm a flight nurse for LifeNet at a Ticonderoga base in Ticonderoga, New York, 713. So any of you guys from Queensbury, you'll be seeing us. I've been with LifeNet for almost 3 years now. I started as a nurse in Albany in the ER. Of course, you guys, if you're from Queensbury, know where it is. Otherwise, it's a level 1 regional trauma center in central New York, north central New York. So I was there for about 5 years before I started doing this, and I've been here for almost 3.
Excellent. I'm a regional business development manager for LifeNet New York, and I started as a flight paramedic out of Albany. So I've been with the company 7 years. It's been amazing.
Wow, that's awesome. So what kind of process what kind of process does it?
Thinking about the times that we've had.
Yeah, no, we have that.
Well, we'll get to that in a little bit, but what kind of process is it to get involved with LifeNet? Is it something you can just kind of apply for, or do you have to do other things first?
So if you are a nurse or paramedic, especially that are about to become certified or licensed, the best thing to do is aim for the fact that you have 3 years. You have that 3 years minimum requirement to apply, and you're looking for busy ER experience, ICU experience if you're a paramedic, busy 911 and interfacility experience. You apply to us, and the biggest thing is so many people apply for any open position. The best thing is get as many certifications, get to know the flight crew members. You can do a ride along with us. That's the best way to be able to figure out if you like it, if you enjoy it, and let the flight crews also get to know you and guide you in the right direction.
I was fortunate that I worked at Albany as a tertiary care center. The helicopters were flying to me, dropping off patients. So I got to know a lot of the flight crews, and you ask them questions very similar to what you're doing, and they give you advice essentially because they want you to succeed, and they want more qualified people to apply. So they say you got to do this, do this, do this. And there's different certifications, classes, training. I did all of it, and then as I kept seeing them, I said, I've got this, and this, and I did a ride along, and that was a real eye-opening, awesome experience. When you do that, you're gonna want to do it. Let me tell you, you get hooked.
It's addicting.
But then, so once I had everything, and they knew I had everything, they said, hey, there's some positions open, and that's kind of how it worked for me.
So you're a nurse,
Right.
And did you start in EMS at all, or did you?
My pre-hospital background was actually ski patrol.
Okay.
So before that, I worked up at Bull Mountain on the ski patrol, and I've been doing that for going on 10 years now. And so it was cool that I had some pre-hospital experience with that. And then I worked really closely with the local, for us, it's Johnsburg, typically Johnsburg anyway, EMS. And they kind of gave me some time. I had some friends to them, and I did a ride along. And I was like, this seems really cool. So I really liked the pre-hospital aspect of it. But then my background was in nursing, so that kind of helped merge the two for me. And once I did the ride along, I was, what do I have to do?
And what about your EMS background?
I worked for a rural 911 flight car system, and then also a local hospital-based system that did a lot of interfacilities. So I had a combination of both, and the same thing. I used to interact with the LifeNet crews, and I was in awe of what the capabilities were, their training were. And what's nice about nurses and paramedics too is we share, what he gets to do as a nurse, I get to do as a paramedic, and vice versa. What I get to do as a paramedic, he gets to do as a nurse. So we all share.
He was there for my first intubation
ever. And he did a great job. He was stellar. We knew right then and there.
That was it for me.
And that was back to back. That was a call that we had in a facility that we ended up intubating, but then we just came from another call that we got to do needle decompression, intraosseous. So it was a busy day, and he jumped right in. And I think ever since we've had a great interaction.
What would you guys say to someone who's thinking about getting involved in LifeNet or some type of flight medic, other company? What would you say to them about it? Would you recommend it? Would you tell them anything more?
Oh yeah, I would say, first thing, do the ride along. It'll make you see a day in the life. If you don't think it's for you, you're going to know pretty quickly. If you do, it's going to be something you're going to start driving for. With that, do those classes. Take the certifications, get the core classes. The more you know, the better you're equipped to handle everything. So even now, I've got a number of certifications. I still take all the classes that I can. Any opportunity for me to learn is an opportunity that's not wasted. So the more you learn, the more you know, the better you're going to be in the field.
Yeah, find a way to separate yourself. There's so many people that are going to apply for that one position. You got to stand out. So taking those extra certification courses, do those ride-alongs, and really provide when you get the interview process. When you get there, show them that you have that heart, you have that empathy, you have the courtesy skills, you have the experience, because we're looking for that wholesome person that has all of those things, not just one base of skill, one base of education.
So continuing education is very important.
Very important.
Yeah, our company, to speak of, at least for Air Methods, we are very, we put a lot of emphasis on education and training. So that's one thing we can speak to.
Yep. Yeah, we'll actually fly you, if you were to get hired with Air Methods, we fly to Denver for about 10 to 14 days. And it's a pretty aggressive course to get you into all the different skills. And then you come back, you're exhausted, and they put you back with another seasoned crew, and you ride with them for 2 to 3 months. So it's quite the process, but I guarantee once you do it, it's a lifetime experience of both skill, education, and just logistics of EMS.
So do you guys see yourselves doing this for pretty much as long as you can? Or?
I mean, I can't see why not. It's so much fun, and luckily for me, I live up in the area that I work in too. So you're taking care of people who you might know, your neighbors, your families. You want to be there for them, and you want to do the best job you can. So every day when I come, I'm ready, I'm prepared, and I've done my homework. I study all the time, even when I'm not working, because if it's my family, I want the same people to be doing that for me, and I want to be able to provide that for my neighbors and my friends.
Thank you guys for talking to me and telling everybody about your LifeNet experience. Come to LifeNet and work with these two.
Have fun. Thanks, guys.